thank you for your time today. We look forward to learning about Tadiran and a little bit of the story and the history, and then obviously about what future plans and vertical markets that you're in and how we're going to work together. So tell us a little bit about you and Tadiran.
Yeah.
Let's kick it off.
Yeah. No, I appreciate that, Wade. Thanks for that intro. First of all, very excited to partner with VENSEARCH and all of the associates along with the organization. It's exciting times. I'm glad we're doing this. So yeah, a little bit about me. I've been in sales and sales management for over 15 years. And most of that has been in the telecom industry. A big chunk of it was with the recognized name of NEC Corporation of America,
That's
right?
it.
So I was there for over a decade, and majority of the time that I was there, I was the director of sales over the western half of the U.S. So led a very strong team, pushing out NEC PBXs and also the Univerge Blue platform when it was still under the NEC umbrella. So that's kind of a little bit about my professional background. Personal. Originally, I'm from Cape Town, South Africa. Actually, I don't know if you knew that, Wade, but
I did not know that. Awesome.
yeah. So I mean, I've lived in the States most of my life. As you can tell, my accent is pretty thick. I'm in Dallas, Texas now, so there's a little bit of a twang to it. But it's been a good time. Married now with 3 kids, and very happy to be with Tadiran Telecom. Um, Tadiran, who we are, right? So Tadiran has been around for 60 years. I'm not sure if
A lot of
anyone
people
had
don't
known.
know that.
A lot of people don't know that, right? But I definitely wanted to mention that because there's a lot of tenure with this brand. Not only did they do telecom, but they also had done and dabbled with other industries like batteries, control and automation. There's a bunch of different silos. So if you're familiar with the NEC brand, and forgive me for referencing them, that's
Nope.
just what I did for a very long time.
I've
Um,
been there.
Yep. So it's there's a lot of silos within that brand as well. So there was a lot of similarities between the two, which kind of was a natural fit for me. Now, in the U.S., Tadiran Telecom Inc. Is the name of our brand here. We are global, however, selling in over 41 countries, and very big in the eastern half of the world. So our headquarters are actually out of Tel Aviv, Israel,
Mhm.
and our American headquarters are here in Atlanta, Georgia. And our support is also 24/7 based here in the US as well for the US market and Canadian market, by the way. So yeah, we have offices in Eastern Europe, Hong Kong, Russia, some of Western Europe, Asia Pac, again, Israel, certain parts of Africa, and of course the Americas. So that's a little bit of what we do. But again, most of the time we're focused on UCaaS, CCaaS, and the beauty of our solution is actually that it goes both ways. We still offer a premise solution,
All right.
right?
Yep.
And it is one solution that goes both ways, deployed how you would like it to be deployed, right? And more so how your customer would like it deployed. So we're not pigeonholing anyone into one solution. It's a more well-rounded, comprehensive conversation with your customers. It's giving them the freedom. It's empowering them. It's empowering you guys to have
Mhm.
a deeper and wider conversation, right? So you can walk into a door and say, hey, what is your business model? What do you prefer? Financially, do you prefer to make a CapEx investment or an OpEx investment? We could do it either way. Would you like to deploy on premise or in the cloud or a hybrid? We could do it, right? And that's the
Yep.
beauty of our brand. That's the beauty of our brand.
Absolutely, absolutely, and we see that a lot. Like, and today it's changed. You and I go way back in this telecom industry,
Yeah,
and like NEC. Got to mention it because it's been around for a long time.
for
But
sure.
you're seeing a lot of the on-prem go away for a lot of reasons, right? We're evolving in technology. Things are becoming more AI driven. They're becoming more things that you need multiple resources that those on premise just doesn't accomplish. But you still have it, and you still have some that need it. And knowing that the market is ripe for clients that not necessarily because they want to, some of them want to, but it's actually right because they have to make a change. It could
Right.
be because of a technology enhancement, or it could just be because, well, guess what? I no longer have support, or I no longer have a way to do this. And when you take that combination of paying for the services and the old traditional connectivity and the
Yeah.
on-prem,
Yeah.
that hosted now is making it easier to make that transition. And knowing that there's 10 dozen hosted voice providers and then some, and obviously in our model, we work with a lot or all or as many as we need to, but we hone in on what's the key. And that's why Tadiran's landing in our portfolios, because we're learning that this is an actual good solution that we want to add to be able to take in addition to other solutions. We have to give flavor, have to give choice, agnosticity, basically, to the client, and then let them pick. But you've got it. You've got that. So what I want to ask you is give me a couple of differentiators. Obviously, the on-prem, it makes sense because a lot of hosted providers don't do that. But give me some differentiators with you guys.
Yeah. So, I'll start with the on-prem side. We are a soft switch. So we're not looking at pushing pizza boxes around, right?
Right.
So, low overhead as far as that goes. It's a server that can cluster up to 8. The high availability is incredible. Now moving over to the cloud, we have 2 data centers, one in Oregon and one in Virginia, active, right? So they fail over right to each other, one goes down or has an issue, the other one picks right back up. And I think that's pretty standard. Now, I think the biggest differentiator that we offer is our dispatch console. And look, I mean, I don't need to mention the fact that we do UCaaS and CCaaS and talk about features and functionality with that. We all know what that looks like,
yes.
Right? It's pretty common across the board, commoditized, if you will.
Right.
But our dispatch console to me is so unique, and why I say that is because it's a horizontal market. Our major markets in verticals that we play in are hospitality, assisted living, K-12, higher ed, and then even when it comes to some hospitals and things of that sort. The solution can be deployed in any environment, but those are our key major verticals. Now, the horizontal, meaning the dispatch console can touch all of those verticals, right? And it's a beautiful thing. And the reason I'm bringing that up right now is because of the amount, especially in the last couple of decades, and especially modern day times, the amount of emergencies that are happening within those environments. Okay. I mean, just this week, we've heard of several emergencies, whether it be the college campus or K-12, in the high school space.
Right.
And it's even trickling down into the middle school and elementary. And then on the other side of that, you get, code blue hospital codes that they need a solution that's prompt, that is automated, that is easy to use, that you can gather a lot of people on a one conference call instantaneously within. We have that solution with our dispatch console. It's a beautiful thing because it crosses so many different industries and everyone needs it.
Yeah.
And this is the key point in Tadiran's offering, because it can deploy right on top of our Aeonix platform or Aeonix for cloud platform, and work seamlessly throughout all of these different areas. It allows for presence within the actual group divisions, the users. Zone paging, for talk about K-12, right? Zone paging is a big thing. It can replace whatever the school bell is or intercom systems. It can just play right onto right into the. They can take that over essentially. We have my favorite is actually the panic button on the phone. So you can identify whichever button you'd like to in any case of an emergency on your phone. You push that, and all of a sudden your zone is active, right? The dispatch console picks that up and immediately puts several people that need to be within a conference call into a conference call to handle that situation. So I think that's the biggest differentiator, right? Without getting into the telephony feature.
Sure, absolutely. Yeah. Makes a lot of sense. I will add one thing we've seen that's more of a technical differentiator, because a lot of the cloud solutions don't operate, and that's the ability to set up like a key system, a traditional key system. And that we've already been kind of researching that, and we've actually got a couple of use cases that we're gonna roll out to a couple of clients, because that's the old school. They want they want it, and they just it's like, no, I'll stay on-prem. I'm like, well, you don't have to. We got a way to do that. So, but yeah, a lot of good differentiators there. So, well, tell me a little bit about, you mentioned that support side, right? And obviously the partner side handles that front, relationship or what have you. But what about that back end support? What about when something does break and there's an issue inside of Tadiran or Aeonix? Tell me about how that works. How do you support the partner and the client?
Yeah. So we have a 24/7, 365 support system here in the United States. Now, I will say that's a plus. I think we've all had experiences with offshore support. I'm not going to knock all of them because I've had
No,
some good ones. I've had
that's
some good
right.
ones, but I've also had some that were atrocious. So I'm proud to say that we do support out of the United States. Right there in your neck of the woods, actually, right? In
Yep,
the
that's
Atlanta
right.
area, and also from New York. Our secondary support mechanism is shooting over to Israel, right? So
Sure.
those guys are 24/7 supporting our support team, which
Right.
supports your support team. So
Right.
it's a three-tiered approach for your end customers.
Yep.
So they can feel pretty safe and secure that if anything were to go wrong, we're right on top of it. Not to mention the fact that, and I've already mentioned this, but the solution is active in the cloud, right?
Right.
It is solid. It is very solid. And we're I think maybe one of the only on-prem uh, um, providers today that, out of the box, it's redundant.
Right.
Okay.
Yep.
So
It's
we're
true.
already taking care of you right there within the system. Not only that, but then you have your partner taking care of you. Not only your partner, Tadiran, not only Tadiran America, Tadiran Israel, right? So there's layers of support throughout it all, and you can feel safe and secure with that. And you can sleep a lot better at night. I know our customers do.
Absolutely. That makes a lot of
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah.
So good deal. Well, listen, as we wrap up, I mean, is there any message that you'd like to put out there? I mean, as far as kind of in closing, what would your remarks be?
Yeah. Listen, as I said earlier, I was with NEC for a very long time, and coming into Tadiran's environment, I was pleasantly surprised by the support, by the solution, by the flexibility of the solution, and with the ability for end customers and also partners just kind of make this thing what they want it to be. Right? Again, we don't pigeonhole anyone
Right.
into one little niche system and product and feature set. Not only that, but we have a plethora of features that we brought from the old telephony, let's say legacy world, and put it
Right.
into the cloud.
Absolutely.
Others don't do that. They don't do that. They don't have that. You mentioned the square key system. We have that in the cloud.
Yep. That's
I,
right.
I can't really think of anyone else that does, right?
There's
So
not that we know
it
of.
exactly,
And
right?
we've got about 50
Yeah.
and so that we can work with, obviously. And so that's what we
Exactly.
like that. So
Exactly. So, I mean, there's just so much value to the brand of
sure.
Tadiran and also Aeonix, giving it to you both ways, cloud and prem. We're solid. We're solid. Check us out. I think you'd be pleasantly surprised with, especially with the recommendation of VENSEARCH. We appreciate your support, Wade.
Absolutely. No, Kurt, thank you so much. And in closing, I'll say, look, if any direct clients out there that's looking for solution, come to VenSearch. We can help. We're going to look at Tadiran for you. MSP, systems integrator, your partners out there. Look, this is another way to get to your clients and get a solid solution in the voice platform and communication platform that's out there. And we're very privileged and happy to be partnering with you guys at Tadiran, and we look forward to some strong growth and let's get some happy clients.
I'm so ready for that. Thanks, Wade. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much, Kurt. Take care.
Alrighty. You too. Bye bye.